In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how you can use the iPad's built-in screen recorder to record your lectures. This video is produced entirely using my iPad without any other external devices. So first, you swipe down from the top of the iPad and you can see that there is a red dot that is blinking. This tells you that you're recording. But if you have not yet started a recording, then you simply press down on where you see the red dot, and this will allow you to start a recording. You can choose whether you want to narrate your lectures with the iPad's built-in microphone or not, and currently I'm narrating this video using the iPad's microphone. Next, make sure that you have Microsoft Office 365 installed into your iPad. All KPU employees have free access to installing Microsoft 365. First thing I would do is open up OneDrive for Business. This is where I have set up a file directory of all of my files. I'll go into my chemistry teaching files, my active courses, chemistry 1210, the lectures, and I have a PowerPoint file that is ready to go. I select my PowerPoint file. On the upper right-hand corner, you can see that there is a PowerPoint icon. So by selecting this opens up my PowerPoint file in Microsoft PowerPoint on my iPad. Now, normally what you would use is the PowerPoint to teach in class with animations. You can use the animations in PowerPoint on the iPad, and at the same time, you may want to open up Microsoft Word in a split screen. By opening up Microsoft Word in a split screen on the right-hand side, this allows you to use Microsoft Word as a whiteboard. So on the right-hand side, this is where you can supplement what you normally teach on PowerPoint using Microsoft Word as a whiteboard. And then on the left-hand side, I will start a slideshow of my PowerPoint presentation from the beginning. So now I can talk about the strong acid titration with a strong base titration curve. And then you just swipe on the PowerPoint presentation. It goes to the next slide. And on the next slide, I can talk about the weak acid titration with a strong base. And you can see that I can use the animations. This is the Ka equilibrium. And then once we start a titration, we have the neutralization reaction. And then once we have equal moles of the acid and the base, then we have reached the equivalence point. This is what we call the Kb equilibrium. And if we continue titration, then we have reached past the equivalence point. And at this point, we have an excess amount of hydroxide. This suppresses the equilibrium to a reactant side according to Le Chatelier's principle. So we can talk about that. And then on the next page, we can talk about the titration curve, the difference between the weak acid titration with a strong base, and also compare that with the strong acid titration curve with a strong base. And then the next slide, we can work out an example with the students. So here, I have an example involving sleeping pills containing barbital. And we can say, well, let HA equals to barbital. And we can change the colors to different colors. So you can change to black if you like, and solve the problem with the students. So part A, well, what I would normally do is calculate the moles of the acid and the base. So this would be 0.2 liters HA times the molarity. So all of this you can write and narrate the lecture at the same time. And if you were to make a mistake and you want to erase, there's an eraser. You can erase that very easily. So this is a Word document, so you can scroll down to as many pages as you want and then scroll back and forth. So this is probably one way that you can most easily emulate what you teach in class and using what you already have without developing new things. And then after you have recorded your lecture, then the recordings are all in the photo library. You can see from the upper left-hand side, these are video recordings that I have recorded in my iPad. And then to stop the recording, you simply select that icon on the upper right-hand corner with a dot on it, and that will stop the recording. And that's it.